Zdravej,
Dobro jutro.
and welcome back to Bulgaria.
And another week in our little lives here.
Absolutely.
So what have you done this week?
This week we've had a mixed bag when it comes to the weather. So we've done a few bits and pieces outdoors. One of the important jobs we did following up from last week was we had to level Terry.
Yes, there was a good
There's a
foot difference between one side and the other.
there's a slope in the barn a bit like that. And Terry was at an angle a bit like that.
Yeah.
So we've dug two of the wheels into the ground and he's now standing absolutely straight. So he's all ready now to be stripped out and used firstly as kind of a storage shed for a little while, and then accommodation so that when children and grandchildren visit, they've got somewhere to sleep.
Yes, because Adam hasn't got enough to do with repairing the house. He thought he'd do a camper van as well.
I've also got to build a tree house, so there's plenty to do.
So we had a bit of a mixed bag weather-wise. We've had sunshine, we've had 2 days with a bit of snow.
Not a lot of snow.
No,
but
not enough to settle, but enough to not make you want to go outside and do anything.
yeah, absolutely.
And quite cold winds.
Yes.
So we didn't get, again, as much done outside as we wanted to.
No.
We did manage to clean our pechka.
Yep, there's a lot of soot in the pipes.
And I did plant quite a lot more seeds.
So the planting is still underway.
Lettuce and flowers and... Oh, I can't remember altogether what I planted.
But now we need the warmer weather to germinate the seeds and make them grow. I don't know.
Yeah, at the moment they're all in our little mini greenhouse. It's still a bit worrying about putting them straight into the garden as we're still getting frosts at night.
Yes, it's quite chilly at night some days, but we're hoping the good weather kicks in from here.
Yes, our wood stock is running very low.
Yes.
For this year.
So if we can avoid lighting the pechka, we will.
Adam may have to get out his all-in-one sleeping bag.
Yes, my sleeping bag suit might put in an appearance. I haven't had to use it so far, but it's not beyond the realms of possibility.
So we are going to the post office today, which will be our first outing for weeks.
In fairness, I did go on Tuesday, only to find it was closed till Thursday.
Yeah, we couldn't understand why, because the note was handwritten and Google Translate
doesn't like handwritten notes.
So she may have been on holiday, or and it could have been anything.
Yeah.
We're still on lockdown here till the 12th of April.
Mm-hmm.
And then they seem to be opening everything pretty much from the 12th. I think the last thing to open is on the 16th, which is nightclubs and piano bars.
Yeah, that's the current plan.
Casinos.
But as you know, these things have a habit of changing.
Figures are still quite high here, so I'm quite surprised they are opening as much as they are at the moment.
But we'll just keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
We still feel we're quite safe just
Not
leaving the house. So if you don't meet anyone, presumably you can't catch it.
So you've done a bit more work outside on the little barn, haven't you?
Yes, we've started taking down the bits that need taking down.
Yeah.
Yesterday, this week I've really got stuck into it, and this is what we did. Today we're looking to continue sorting out the front of this barn. We did some work on it last year where we tidied up the roof and the roof tiles, but winter's taken its toll. You can see from that wall there the mud bricks going. These doors need removing. It needs taking back to the roof line. Eventually the whole thing will come down, but we're going to go in from the front and work our way backwards. We're also looking at moving this fence. We don't need it positioned where it is at the moment. We'll probably put it at the front end of the barn just to stop access down the side of the barn. But it'll need a lot less fence than we currently have. It'll also open up this corner, give us more usable space. We've now removed those tiles so that we could take out some of these rotten wooden beams that were hanging down. You can see some of the damage water has done to the rendering of the mud brick. That's all to be repaired. But slowly but surely we're removing the rotten stuff. Now that the mud bricks are breaking down with the water, you can see how they were made, with clay and straw formed into brick shapes and then built with. They're joined together with more mud, and as long as you keep it protected from the weather, they'll last a long time. Now that the wall's dug out and dried out a bit, we can see exactly where the stone is. It may need repointing, we don't know yet, but we'll keep an eye on it and see what happens. I found this, what appears to be some sort of drainage gully. It's lined with old tiles and it runs from the edge of the barn, goes down to where the water runs away. It was covered in mud and mud brick. I've uncovered it and we'll see if it does anything next time it rains. I'll be turning my attention to this end where we've got a big mud brick wall, but I think I can wait for another day. But it's looking a bit tighter than it did when I started.
Yes, we finally got rid of those annoying dangling rotten wood beams.
Yes, I don't know how long they've been there, but we decided they had to come down.
And we will be taking the rest of it down over the next week or two.
Yeah, I put a post up on one of the DIY renovation forums to find out the best way of sorting out the mud brick walls. I got a variety of different advice. We'll have to see what works and what doesn't. But yes, the idea is we save the structure of the barn this year and renovate it next year.
Yeah, we think we're going to give the traditional methods a go first, aren't we? We've got plenty to practice on.
Yes, where you cover the walls in basically in mud, or the dissolved mud brick and old mud brick we can
recycle
and put on the walls, see what happens. If it doesn't work, then we'll try a more modern method. But it's all a learning experience, and the best place to try it is on the barn. So
I'm sure you'll get some video of that in the future.
Oh yeah.
So this coming week we're hoping to start on what was Max's bedroom but now may become ours.
Yes, we've got quite a lot of work to do, as you know, around the house. That's going to be the starting point. I think the first thing we're doing is bringing down the ceiling.
Yes.
Which will be interesting.
And the plaster off the back walls.
Plaster off the walls, ceiling down, floorboards are going to come out. So of the 6 surfaces, ceiling, walls and floor, they're all being changed. So we've also got to look at the window in there, but there's a list of jobs that need doing. But yeah, you've got to start with something, so we're starting at the top and working our way down.
Yeah, we are. We've already had a partial ceiling collapse in there at one end, haven't we?
Yeah. So that's kind of
helped
almost
us.
forced our hand. But yes, it's going to be a messy job. But it'll be nice when it's done.
It will. Be nice to actually start getting some work done on the house.
Yeah, yeah.
We're still waiting to hear about driving licences.
No, still no news on that.
Still no news on that front. Though Adam has now applied to try and get some exam results.
Yeah.
Or find out which board he was actually with, because he can't remember that either.
Believe it or not, I do have some exams.
And our decision about whether we buy a car or not is going to be predicated on
Absolutely.
how valid our licence is. So.
If our licence isn't going to be valid more than 6 months, there's not much point getting a decent car.
No.
So we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
The other thing, of course, is we're still looking into how we're going to get Max out here.
Yeah, which is still a bit of a nightmare with travel restrictions.
Travel restrictions, tests to go and get him, tests to come back again, visas, the whole lot. Whether they'll let him in without a residency card. There's so many variables that, again, that's another thing that's changing almost on a daily basis. So
yeah.
But we will get him out here, even if we have to smuggle him out in a suitcase. Or packing
There'll be none
crate.
of that, Adam.
Apparently there's none of that.
No. We've definitely got storks nesting across the field.
Mm-hmm.
They fly over the house quite regularly now. It's quite captivating to watch them.
Yeah, and they're building their nest or relining their nest. And yeah, busy this time of year.
That's our update for this week.
Yes, it is.
We hope this video finds you safe and well.
Absolutely. And we hope you're enjoying the videos.
Yes, we've actually had our first Bulgarians starting to watch them and comment on them, which is quite fascinating. They've
Absolutely.
done it in Bulgarian as well, didn't they?
Yep, so Благодаря.
Yeah. And they identified the building that we had in one of our videos that we couldn't translate what was on the front of it.
That's right.
Apparently it was an agricultural collective building,
Yes.
pre-nationalisation.
Yes, apparently they phased them out in the 1940s, so.
Yeah, so we've got yet to research a bit more on that, but he did give us a link so we could go and find out, so that was really helpful.
Absolutely, yes. And if there's anything you want to know, anything you want to see, if we can help, we will.
Yeah. We do try to reply to all our comments.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you for commenting.
Yeah, so just let us know.
Absolutely. So, until next week,
Take care.
do skoro,
Do skoro.
and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. So that's about... No, that's not. So that's us... I'll let you do this bit.
You're getting silly now.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that. All right. Come on, Zig, what are you doing?
I was waiting for
I
the...
know, she jumped onto the floor.
Bird watch with Lynn.
We're smuggling Max nowhere.
Give him a false beard, pretend he's me.
No.
Secretly I am.